If this video has appeared in your feed, stop everything. The selection process is over. You're in. This is not a message of hope. It is a message of confirmation. What you are witnessing right now is your quantum jackpot signal. Its appearance in your feed defies simple algorithms and recommendation engines. This is a principle of quantum resonance made manifest. Physics, not chance, dictated that this specific transmission find you at this exact moment in your timeline. You have been broadcasting a question into the void, a silent, desperate plea for certainty, and the universe is now answering. The signal has found its receiver. In the next 45 minutes, I will decode precisely why this signal appeared to you now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. I will explain the subtle scientific signs you've likely been misinterpreting for weeks. Signs that prove your selection was already finalized before you ever clicked on this title. And most importantly, I will give you the final protocol to lock in this new reality, to move from a state of passive reception to one of active command. This is not magic. It is a function of universal law, grounded in principles like the observer effect and quantum coherence. Think of it this way. For a signal to be received, it must first be broadcast with perfect clarity. For months, perhaps years, your conscious desire for abundance and your subconscious fear of lack have been creating a distorted, noisy signal. But recently, something shifted. Your conscious focus and your subconscious belief began to align, to harmonize, to achieve a state of coherence. In that moment, you created a signal so pure, so powerful, that physical reality had no choice but to organize itself around your broadcast and deliver a corresponding sign. This video is that sign. It is the physical evidence of your internal alignment. I understand the profound exhaustion of waiting. I know the unique sting of frustration that comes from watching others receive their breakthroughs while you do everything right. The visualizations, the affirmations, the gratitude journals, only to be met with silence. That deep, aching pain is real. The feeling that you have been forgotten, that you are not special enough, that abundance is a party to which you were not invited. Let me be unequivocally clear. That pain was not a sign of your failure. It was the final energetic test. It was the immense pressure required to crystallize your desire. It was the final compression that turns a piece of carbon into a flawless diamond. Your endurance of that pain is what finally purified your signal and made this moment possible. If this message of confirmation feels like it was meant directly for you, a key turning in a lock you thought was rusted shut, then hit the like button now. Don't do it for me or for an algorithm. Do it as a conscious act of agreement, an energetic handshake with the universe to lock in this signal and declare that you have received the message. To understand what is happening, I want you to imagine a quantum radio. For so long you have been the operator of this radio, sitting in a dark room, endlessly turning the dial, trying to find one specific frequency, the frequency of the jackpot. The frequency of absolute financial freedom. All you could hear was static, the noise of your own doubt, the whispers of past failures, the loud broadcasts of other people's success stories. Every so often you might have heard a faint melody, a moment of hope, only for it to be swallowed by the static again. You were trying to listen for something outside of yourself, but the appearance of this video, this transmission, is the sound of the station finally coming through. It is loud. It is clear. The static is gone. You didn't just stumble upon the right frequency. Your persistent tuning, your enduring of the pain, your final coherent broadcast. It didn't just find the station. It created it. The universe is now playing your song back to you. Have you ever pleaded with the universe for one clear, undeniable sign? A sign so obvious that it would silence all doubt forever? Look around you. You are inside that sign right now, and by the end of this transmission, you will undergo a fundamental shift in identity. You will move from being someone desperately hoping for a sign to someone who understands on a cellular level that they are the sign. You are the source. You are the broadcast, and the jackpot is simply the echo of the reality you have already commanded into existence. Let's go deeper. For this clarity to become permanent, you must understand the physics of what just happened. You need to grasp why this signal found you now and not a year ago, not a month ago. The universe is not a silent void from which you must beg for a response. It is a constant broadcast. Imagine an infinite radio station, broadcasting every possible reality on its own unique frequency. There is a frequency for poverty. There is a frequency for just getting by. And there is a frequency for a jackpot win so massive, it redefines your entire lineage. That station is broadcasting right now. It has never ever gone off the air. The universe is not withholding abundance from you. It cannot. The broadcast is perpetual. The challenge was never the broadcast. The challenge was your receiver. For years, your receiver, your energetic field, your conscious and subconscious belief system, has been filled with static. The signal of abundance was being sent, but you couldn't hear it over the noise of doubt, the noise of past failures, the noise of looking at your bank account and letting it define your reality, the noise of seeing others win and feeling that familiar sting of, why not me? This is the core truth of the quantum field. The quantum field is an invisible, interconnected ocean of pure potential energy. It is the raw material from which all physical reality is born. Everything you desire, the winning ticket, the clear bank accounts, the house, the freedom, already exists within this field as a wave of probability. It is not something you have to create from nothing. It is something you must select. And how do you select it? You tune your receiver to its frequency. You become a vibrational match to the reality you wish to experience. This brings us to the very name of the event you are currently experiencing, the Quantum Jackpot Signal. This is not a fluffy, hopeful idea. It is the description of a physical event. The Quantum Jackpot Signal is the name for the precise moment when your internal frequency, the sum total of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, becomes perfectly coherent and resonant with the frequency of your jackpot win that is already being broadcast by the quantum field. When that resonance occurs, a signal is locked. A connection is established. The potential reality begins to collapse into physical reality. This video appearing on your screen is the first physical, tangible evidence that the collapse has begun. This is the very essence of how does quantum manifestation for lottery work. It is not about wishful thinking or hoping for lucky numbers. It is an act of deliberate, energetic engineering. You are not pulling a rabbit out of a hat. You are tuning a highly sensitive instrument, yourself, to a pre-existing signal. Now you can finally understand why all the old methods failed you. Remember all the times you sat, closing your eyes, trying to visualize the money? Remember the affirmations you repeated until your voice was hoarse? I am wealthy. I am abundant. Remember the scripts you wrote detailing every last dollar? For many of you, they didn't work, or they worked in small, insignificant ways. Why? Because you were performing these actions from an energy of lack. You were affirming, I am wealthy, while your nervous system screamed, I am terrified of the bills. You were visualizing the win, but the feeling underneath was one of desperate, gut-wrenching need. You were trying to get the signal. You were not becoming the receiver. It's like trying to listen to a beautiful classical music station on the radio, while running a power drill right next to your head. The music is playing. It's perfect. It's clear, but all you can hear is the deafening noise of the drill, the affirmations, the visualizations, the desperate prayers. Those were you turning up the volume on the radio, but you never turned off the drill. The static of your disbelief, your fear, your focus on the current reality was always louder than the signal you were trying to hear. Think of the times you've tried to force a feeling of abundance. Can you sense the difference between that forceful energy and the calm certainty of a signal that has already been received? That forceful, gritting your teeth energy is the static. It is the opposite of the frequency of receiving. Abundance doesn't shout. Wealth doesn't strain. The jackpot frequency is one of calm, of certainty, of inevitability. It is a quiet hum of knowing. This leads to the new paradigm, the monumental shift that you have just experienced, the shift that allowed this signal to finally reach you. The breakthrough did not happen because you tried harder. It happened because you finally let go. It happened in a moment of surrender, a moment where the pain of trying became greater than the fear of failure, a moment where you stopped running the drill. In that moment of quiet, of exhaustion, of stillness, for the first time, your energy field became clear. The static stopped, and in that silence, the signal that was always being broadcast finally came through. Your soul did not come here to struggle. Your higher self did not choose this life to teach you lessons in suffering. You were chosen for this. The work was never to earn it. The work was never to prove you were worthy of it. The only work was to clear the static, to quiet the noise, so you could finally receive the confirmation that has been waiting for you all along. For your entire life you have operated under one fundamental and fundamentally incorrect assumption. You believed that you were on one side of a great cosmic divide, and the universe, with all its abundance, was on the other. You believed your job was to plead, to ask, to visualize, to hope, and then to wait patiently for a sign, a signal, a permission slip from the cosmos that said, yes, now it is your turn. This is the central paradox of your journey. The great revelation is this: the universe was never silent. It was not ignoring you. It was not testing you. The universe has been waiting for a clear sign from you. Let that land. Let it dismantle everything you thought you knew about this process. The power dynamic you imagined was completely inverted. You were not the beggar at the gates of abundance. You were the king, sitting silently in your throne room, waiting for your own decree to be spoken. This changes everything, because it means you were never, for one single moment, powerless. The agonizing period of waiting, the silence that you interpreted as denial, was not a test of your worthiness. It was a calibration period. It was the time required for your own internal broadcast to become coherent, stable, and so overwhelmingly powerful that it could no longer be ignored. Your jackpot is not a gift being bestowed upon you. It is not a prize for good behavior. It is a reality you have successfully engineered through the sheer force of your own focused consciousness. It is a testament to your power, not a reward for your patience. You were never listening for a signal from the outside. The entire work, the entire journey, was about broadcasting your own signal so clearly that physical reality had no choice but to rearrange itself to match it. The old approach was to tune your radio, desperately trying to find the station of wealth. The new approach, the true approach, is to understand you are not the radio. You are the broadcast tower. Your only job is to broadcast the frequency of your certainty, to transmit the undeniable reality of your wealth with such clarity and purity that the universe, acting as a perfect mirror, has to reflect it back to you. This video appearing in your feed is that reflection. It is the universe holding up a mirror and showing you the undeniable power of your own broadcast. It did not send you a message. It is simply reflecting your message back to you. This is financial abundance explained simple. It is a mirror. The clarity of your inner state of wealth is reflected perfectly in your outer world. The appearance of this message is the final, physical proof that your broadcast has been received because it has become overwhelmingly, undeniably clear. What if the universe wasn't testing your patience, but was simply waiting for your broadcast, your inner state, to become clear enough to be undeniable? This shift in understanding precipitates a fundamental shift in identity. You must now consciously shed the old identity, the one who hopes and waits and wishes. That person is an echo. That person is a memory. As of this moment, a new identity must be assumed. It must be embodied. You are not a lucky winner. You are a reality architect. You are not a seeker of signs. You are the issuer of energetic decrees. A lucky winner is passive, a recipient of chance. An architect is a conscious, deliberate, and powerful creator who designs a blueprint and then commands matter to conform to it. A seeker is lost, looking for direction. An issuer stands at the center of their reality and speaks their world into existence. The decree you have been broadcasting, the one that has grown from a whisper of hope into a roar of certainty, is this: my abundance is a fact. My wealth is my natural state. My jackpot is a settled matter. And the universe, by its own immutable laws, must obey. It must deliver the reflection. It is doing so now. You have successfully broadcast your new reality. This is not a future event. It has already happened. For weeks, perhaps months, your signal of certainty has been live, piercing through the static of the old world. And the universe, in its perfect obedience, has been sending you confirmation signals. But you have been misinterpreting them. You have been reading the mail of your new address through the lens of your old one. You've been seeing proof of your victory and calling it a setback. Today that ends. I am going to give you the key to decode the evidence that is already all around you. These are not coincidences. They are not random occurrences. They are the quantum fingerprints left behind by a reality that has already collapsed around your command. Look closely, because you will recognize your own life in these next 3 signs. The first and most subtle quantum fingerprint is the arrival of an unshakable calm. Think back. There was a moment recently when the frantic energy just stopped. The obsessive checking of your accounts, the desperate searching for winning numbers, the constant knot of anxiety in your stomach about bills. It all just went quiet. You might have mistaken this for resignation. You might have thought you were giving up. That is not what happened. What you experienced was the first physical echo of your broadcast being received and stabilized. Your nervous system, which is a far more sophisticated quantum receiver than your conscious mind, got the memo first. It accepted the new reality as an established fact before the physical evidence had time to rearrange itself. This calm wasn't you giving up hope. It was your body letting go of the need for hope, because it was already living in certainty. It is the profound peace that comes not from having the money in the bank, but from the deep cellular knowing that it is already yours. It is a done deal. That peace, that strange and unexplainable detachment from the outcome, was the universe confirming to your very biology: signal locked, broadcast stable, delivery is now a simple matter of logistics. The second quantum fingerprint is even more counterintuitive. It is the sign of synchronic delays and the painful experience of the almost. Perhaps a much-needed check was delayed in the mail for a ridiculous reason. Perhaps a small guaranteed win evaporated at the last second. Perhaps an opportunity that seemed like a sure thing, a small financial lifeline, fell apart for no logical reason at all. Your old programming immediately labeled this as failure, a sign that you are cursed, blocked, or simply not meant to be abundant. This is a profound misunderstanding of cosmic mechanics. Those events were not denials. They were divine interventions. The universe was not saying no. It was saying, no, not this small thing. You have broadcasted a command for a tidal wave of abundance, and I will not allow you to be distracted by a single drop of rain. Every delay was the universe clearing traffic on the road ahead of you. Every almost was the universe protecting you from a lesser destiny you were about to settle for. These were not rejections. They were logistical shifts of the highest order. The universe was rearranging timelines, rerouting resources, and clearing karmic debris to make way for the sheer scale of the jackpot you decreed. You were seeing the demolition crew at work and thinking your house was falling down, when in reality, they were clearing the ground for your palace. The third and final quantum fingerprint is the shedding of your old world. This one can feel like loss. It can feel isolating. Suddenly you find yourself losing interest in conversations you used to enjoy. Friends who only speak the language of lack and complaint feel draining to be around. The job that once defined you now feels like an ill-fitting costume. Habits and routines that were once comforting now feel like chains. You are not falling into depression. You are undergoing a necessary energetic upgrade. Your broadcast is now so powerful, so coherent, that anything not in resonance with it must naturally fall away. The universe is creating a vacuum. It is lovingly and systematically removing every person, place, and pattern that is anchored to your old identity as someone who is waiting to win. It has to, because that vacuum can only be filled by the people, experiences, and realities that match your new identity. A multi-millionaire, a philanthropist, a free and sovereign creator. This shedding is not a punishment. It is the most powerful proof that your new reality is imminent. The old furniture is being moved out because the new, priceless decor has already been shipped and is on its way to your door. Do you see it now? The peace, the delays, the shedding. These were not obstacles. They were confirmations. I am simply giving you a new lens, a new way to read the data. From this moment forward, you will no longer see events as good or bad. You will only see them in 2 categories: resonant with my old broadcast of lack, or resonant with my new broadcast of absolute victory. And you will find that the evidence for your new broadcast is everywhere. In the comments, Share the one sign that you now realize was proof of your selection. Let's create a powerful vortex of validation for every chosen winner here. You understand it intellectually. You have seen the evidence in your own past. The signs have been decoded. But knowledge is not the destination. Conviction is not the end of the journey. They are the doorway, and we are about to walk through it. The time for observing your new reality is over. The time to become it is now. I invite you to stop observing the broadcast and to finally, fully, merge with the signal, to become the broadcast itself. If it is safe for you to do so, I want you to close your eyes. Gently, let the world outside of you fade away. The sounds, the lights, the room you are in, let it all dissolve into a gentle hum in the background. Your only focus now is the world within you. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, release the identity of the person who has been waiting. Release the seeker, release the hoper. They have served their purpose beautifully, but their watch is over. Now, I want you to visualize, but not in the way you have been taught. Do not visualize the winning ticket. Do not see the numbers appearing on a screen. Do not imagine the phone call or the giant check. Those are symbols of an event. We are not interested in the event. We are interested in the state that follows. I want you to move forward in time, past the moment of discovery, past the celebration, past the shock and the disbelief. Go forward 6 months. Go forward a year. Go forward to a quiet Tuesday morning when the win is no longer news. It is simply a fact of your life, an old memory. See the person you are in that moment. See yourself through your own eyes. Look down at your hands. Are they calmer, more relaxed? See the way you hold yourself. There is a quiet confidence in your posture, an ease in your shoulders that wasn't there before. Notice the quality of the light in the room you are in. It seems softer, warmer. Notice the rhythm of your own breathing. It is deep. It is slow. It is untroubled. You are not excited. You are not frantic. You are at peace. You are secure. You are generous. You are whole. This person is not a fantasy. This person is your destiny. A reality that already exists, waiting for you to occupy it. Now we move from seeing to feeling. Drop the images and tune into the sensation of being that person. What is the core feeling that animates this version of you? Look beneath the surface emotions. The thrill is temporary. The excitement is fleeting. What is the deep, abiding, fundamental state of being that remains when all the noise has faded? Is it a profound sense of relief? A great, gentle exhale that has been held for years, finally released? Is it an unshakable feeling of safety? The deep, cellular knowledge that everything is, and always will be, okay? Is it a quiet freedom? The simple, expansive joy of knowing you can choose your day, your life, your contribution, based on desire, not necessity. Find that single core feeling. Relief, safety, freedom, peace, inevitability. Identify it. And now, breathe it into your body. With your next inhalation, draw that feeling into your heart. Feel your chest expand with its warmth and its light. On the exhalation, let it flow from your heart outwards. Feel it moving down your arms, filling them with a calm strength. Feel it flowing into your hands, turning them into instruments of generosity and creation. Breathe it down into your stomach, dissolving any knots of old anxiety, any remnants of fear. Let it flow down through your legs, grounding you in this new reality, anchoring you to the earth as this powerful, stable, abundant being. Let this feeling saturate every cell, every tissue, every organ. Let it replace the old frequencies of worry and lack. This feeling is your new home. It is your native energetic signature. And now, we amplify it. I want you to turn up the volume on this feeling. Let it expand beyond the borders of your physical body. Imagine it as a golden light, radiating from your core, filling the room you are in. Let it grow brighter, stronger, more potent. Let it become so powerful, so all-encompassing, that it is the only reality you are aware of. In this state, there is no past of struggle. There is no future of uncertainty. There is only the eternal now of your absolute embodied certainty. This feeling is the broadcast. This is the signal you have been working to stabilize. It is now coherent. It is now dominant. It is now undeniable. This frequency is the cause. The jackpot is just the effect. Stay in this feeling for another moment. This is not make-believe. This is quantum law. You are a conscious creator, inhabiting the reality of your choice through the power of your focused, embodied feeling. And now, for the final, most important realization. This feeling you are experiencing right now, it is not a rehearsal for a future state. It is not something you are inventing. It is a memory. You are simply remembering your true nature. You are remembering the truth of who you were before you were taught to feel lack, before you were conditioned to believe in struggle. This is your soul's frequency. You are not becoming a winner. You are remembering that you were born as one, and with that knowing held gently in your heart, when you are ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back to the space around you. You can gently open your eyes. Welcome back, but do not leave that feeling behind. Carry it with you as you return. Let it be the new foundation upon which you stand, the new atmosphere that you breathe. That feeling you just touched, that you just embodied, that is the energetic signature of your jackpot. It already exists. It is already within you. You are not trying to attract it from the outside. You are simply allowing what is inside to manifest on the outside. As you sit in this certainty, what is the single, quiet feeling that rests beneath the excitement? Is it peace? Relief? Inevitability? That feeling is the true jackpot. You are no longer a lottery player. That identity, that name, that state of being has been dissolved. It belongs to a past timeline. To hold on to it now is to anchor yourself to a reality that is fading away. From this moment forward, your identity must match your broadcast. You are a debt settler. You are a philanthropist. You are an investor. You are a benefactor. You are a free being whose resources are now aligned with your soul's purpose. You are a conscious reality architect, and you are now standing at the control panel of your life. It is time to start operating the controls with the authority you have earned. The first tool is the most powerful because it recodes the very matrix of time in your consciousness. We call it the decree of certainty. For months, perhaps years, you have used affirmations. You have said, "I am wealthy," or "I am winning the lottery." While well-intentioned, these phrases contain a hidden flaw. They are spoken from the perspective of someone who is not yet there, trying to convince themselves of a future possibility. It broadcasts the energy of becoming, not the energy of being. It keeps the reality of your win forever on the horizon, always approaching but never arriving. We are done with that. Your new language must operate from a post-win reality. You will no longer affirm what you want to happen. You will speak of what is already done. This isn't a trick of the mind. It is an instruction to the quantum field. It is a command that collapses the timeline between now and the moment the funds are in your account. Instead of saying, "I am winning," you will now think, feel, and if you speak of it at all, you will say, "I am managing my winnings so wisely." Instead of "money is flowing to me," you will declare, "I am so grateful for how effortlessly I am directing these large sums of money to good causes." Do you feel the shift? One is a request. The other is a report. One is a hope. The other is a fact. You must remove every trace of petitioning language from your internal and external dialogue. You are not asking the universe for anything. You are now in a collaborative partnership with it, and your role is to manage the abundance that has already been allocated to your name in the energetic ledger. This is the decree of certainty. It is the language of an architect, not a wisher. The second tool is energetic budgeting. Think of your emotional energy, your focus, your attention, your feelings as your primary currency. It is more valuable than any dollar because where you invest this currency today dictates where the dollars will show up tomorrow. Before now, you have been spending this priceless energy recklessly. You have been paying an emotional tax to doubt. You've been making high-interest payments to fear. You've been squandering your fortune on the cheap thrill of worry. That ends now. Starting today, you will budget your energy like the multi-millionaire you already are. When you wake up, you have a fresh allocation of this potent currency. How will you invest it? Will you invest it in meditating on the profound peace that financial security brings? That is a high-yield investment. Will you invest it in planning the joy you will bring to your family? That is a blue-chip stock. Will you invest it in feeling deep, profound gratitude for the food you eat, the air you breathe, seeing it all as evidence of the abundance you now command? That is a compound interest miracle. Or will you allow the old reality to trick you into spending it on checking your bank account with anxiety? That is energetic bankruptcy. Will you spend it on conversations about what is lacking? That is throwing your fortune into a fire. You must become a ruthless, disciplined investor of your emotional energy. Every feeling is a transaction. Make it a profitable one. This is how to use your jackpot sign in the real world. You treat it as a done deal, and you invest your current energy from the certainty of that completed transaction. The third and final tool is for navigating what I call the final test. As your new reality solidifies, the old reality will send ghosts to haunt you. The energy of your past, of lack, of struggle, of disappointment, will make a few final attempts to get your attention. A thought of doubt will appear in your mind. An unexpected bill will arrive. A cynical friend will question your sanity. These are not signs that it isn't working. They are the death rattles of the old world. Your mission is not to fight these ghosts. To fight them is to believe they are real, which gives them your precious energy. No, you must treat them with the detached politeness of an emperor, observing a messenger from a land he no longer rules. When the thought of, "What if this isn't real?" appears, you will not panic. You will not engage. You will simply acknowledge it, as if it were a news report from a foreign country you no longer live in. You will say internally, "Thank you for that update on the state of the old timeline. It is noted." And then you will immediately return your focus, your energy, to your new home state, the calm certainty of managing your vast resources. Do not battle the doubt. Simply make it irrelevant. Acknowledge it. Thank it for its service in getting you here, and then return to your work. Your work is not to win. Your work is to plan the foundation you will build. Your work is to research the advisors you will hire. Your work is to feel the peace of a debt-free existence. That is your new home country. Become a loyal citizen to it. What one small action will you take today, not to make the win happen, but as a natural expression of someone for whom the win is already a fact? You have received the signal. You have walked through the fire of doubt and emerged not just unscathed, but forged in the certainty of a creator. You now understand, on a cellular level, that you were never waiting for a sign. You are the sign. You hold the protocols. You have the evidence. You have embodied the feeling state of a reality that is already yours. The jackpot is no longer a distant hope, a flickering possibility on the horizon. It is an inevitability, a simple physical echo of the powerful broadcast you have perfected and now hold as your baseline state of being. The universal laws have received your decree, and the physical universe is now simply catching up. That part is done, but I must be clear with you now at this critical juncture. This financial win, this jackpot you have so masterfully engineered, is not the prize. It is the graduation ceremony. It is the universe handing you a diploma, etched with the laws of physics, confirming your mastery over the fabric of reality. For months, for years, you have been in training. Every moment of pain, every frustrating delay was part of a curriculum, designed to teach you one thing: how to command reality through coherent consciousness. This jackpot is the final exam, and your grade is a resounding pass. The universe is saying, you understand now. You have demonstrated your ability to create from the quantum field. You are ready for the real work. For your entire journey up to this point, you have operated as a singular broadcast tower, a magnificent beacon of focused light, piercing through the static of the old paradigm, calling forth your desired reality with unwavering intention. You used your singular, coherent focus to manifest a jackpot. It is an incredible feat, a testament to your power as a solo creator. But what happens when your broadcast tower is no longer a solo operation? What happens when you learn to intentionally entangle your broadcast with a network of other architects, other graduates who have also passed their final exam? What happens when the signal you send is amplified 1,000 times over, resonating in a grid of pure creative potential? What happens when you use this power not just for personal abundance, but for global healing, for planetary coherence, for a shift in the collective consciousness that can reshape the world? That is the next horizon. That is the next level of this work. We are moving from the architecture of a single life to the engineering of a new world. We are moving from solo broadcasting to the creation of a conscious, cosmic network. Subscribe and turn on all notifications because the jackpot is just the beginning. In the next video, we decode the next level of abundance, and you are now on the shortlist for that transmission. It is called Quantum Entanglement Explained, how your abundance is connected to everyone else's. You were chosen for this message because you were ready. Not just ready to win, you were ready to lead. This jackpot is not your retirement. It is your resource. It is your platform. It is the energetic and financial fuel for the next, grander stage of your mission here on Earth. Welcome, architect, to the new reality.